Welcome to my online classes of Professor Ramwari Biswai. Now I am serving as a lecturer in history at KBB Mahavidyalaya Kausanagar Ganjam. Before we are going to discuss about the topic, now it is my sincere advice, sincere request to my students. Now you will be safe your life and stay home, stay safe. Now you save your society, save your state, save your nation. Now, this is my sincere advice, sincere request towards my all students of this History Honors Department. Now, before we are going to discuss about the topic, we know about which paper we are going to be discussed. Now, the paper is the core paper 11. Now, that core paper 11 is now History of Modern Europe. Now, under this History of Modern Europe, the first unit, first topic is the French Revolution. Now, before we are going to discuss about the French Revolution of 1789, at first we have know why this revolution was named as French Revolution. Now, being the students of your Department of Honors, we have known the question may rise in your mind why this revolution was named as a French Revolution. Why not in any other revolution of the world? Now, why we have called this revolution is the French Revolution. First of all, we know because of the common people of the France nation, the mass people of France nation, they had participated in that revolution. So far, with the name of this France people, this revolution was known as the France Revolution of 1789. Now, this is first question and the answer is you have to clarify your doubt why we have called this revolution as the France Revolution. Okay? Now, we will go through in details about the France Revolution. Why? Again, the question may rise in your mind why this revolution was broke out in your France, why not in any other countries of the world? Because the certain conditions, certain factors, certain causes, certain circumstances which was favored in the France nation, in the France country. That's why this revolution was broke out in your France. So far, it was broke out in your France, not in any other countries of the world. Such type of condition was not favored in any other countries of the world. So far, these conditions, these factors, these circumstances, these causes which was occurred in your France on that time, on the eve of that revolution. So far, this revolution was broke out in your France, not any other countries of the world. Okay? Are you understand? Am I clear? Now you see, before we are going to discuss what are the factors, what are the reasons, what are the conditions which was brought in the outbreak of the revolution of 1789. Now in a nutshell, before we are going to discuss in details about the circumstances, conditions, causes, now at first we have known in a nutshell, the France Revolution of 1789 was a much less rebellion against despotism than a rebellion against inequality. Am I clear? What you understand about a much less rebellion against despotism than a rebellion against inequality? এই বিপ্লব কাহিনী আমি কই পারলে যে এই বিপ্লব much less rebellion against inequality and much less rebellion against despotism because এই বিপ্লব ଥିଲା একছত্রবাদ বিরুদ্ধে সংগ্রাম এই বিপ্লব ଥିଲା অসমানতা বিরুদ্ধে সংগ্রাম কাହାର সাধারণ জনতাঙ্গর কোটিকার না ফ্রান্স দেশর তেণু করি এই বিপ্লব আমি কହୁଛେ much less rebellion against despotism than a rebellion against inequality. Over? Are you clear? Are you clarifying your doubt? Are you clarifying? Are you understand about this matter? Now, then we have come to the next stage. Why? What are the causes of that revolution? Now, again, in a nutshell, in a France proverb, this revolution of 1789 was a revolution of the mass people. It was a revolution of the common class people. Now, so far it was a French proverb. The clergies were free, the peoples were paid and the nobles were paid. This was a France proverb. আর অর্থ ହେଲା କ'ଣ ଯେ କ୍ଲେର୍ଜି ମାନେ କିଏ ଧର୍ମଯାଜକ ମାନେ କେବଳ ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରିବେ ଆଉ ସାଧାରଣ ଜନତା ମାନେ କ'ଣ କରିବେ ଖଜଣା ପ୍ରଦାନ କରିବେ। ଏଇ ଥିଲା ସେଇ ତତ୍କାଳୀନ ସମୟର ବିଧି ବ୍ୟବସ୍ଥା କୋଉଠିକାର ଫ୍ରାନ୍ସ ସରକାରଙ୍କର। ତେଣୁକରି ଏହା ବିରୁଦ୍ଧରେ ସଂଗ୍ରାମ କରିଥିଲେ କୋଉମାନେ ଫ୍ରାନ୍ସର ଜନସାଧାରଣ। ନାଉ ୟୁ ସି on the eve of that revolution the condition of the France was very miserable. The condition of the France people, the France society, now in each and every sphere of human life at your France was totally deteriorated. So far, it was one of the France proverb on the eve of that revolution was that the hundreds of the France people, they were died with indigestion, and the thousands and thousands of the France people, they were died with hunger and starvation. Now, ସେଇ ତତ୍କାଳୀନ ସମୟରେ ଫ୍ରାନ୍ସର ଅବସ୍ଥା ଏହିପରି ମିଜରେବଲ୍ ଥିଲା, ଏହିପରି ଦୟନୀୟ ଥିଲା ଯେ 100 ଜଣ ଖାଇ ପିଇ ଝାଡ଼ା ବାନ୍ତିରେ ଅର୍ଜୁନରେ ମୃତ୍ୟୁବରଣ କରୁଥିବା ସ୍ଥଳେ ହଜାର ହଜାର ନିରୀହ ଜନତା ନ ଖାଇ ନ ପିଇ ଭୋକ ଉପାସରେ ସେଠି ମୃତ୍ୟୁବରଣ କରୁଥିଲେ। ଏହା ଥିଲା ଫ୍ରାନ୍ସର ତତ୍କାଳୀନ ଫ୍ରାନ୍ସ ବିପ୍ଳବ ପୂର୍ବର ଅବସ୍ଥା। এই অবস্থাକୁ ଦୃଷ୍ଟିରେ ରଖି ଆମେ ତର୍ଜମା କରିବା ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆଉ ଅନ୍ୟାନ୍ୟ କୌଣସି କାରଣ କେଉଁ କାରଣ ଗୁଡ଼ିକ ରହିଛି ଏହି ବିପ୍ଳବ ସୃଷ୍ଟି କରିବା ପାଇଁ। The first and foremost cause for the outbreak of that revolution was the social cause. Social cause ଅର୍ଥ ହେଲା ସାମାଜିକ କାରଣ। ତତ୍କାଳୀନ ସମୟରେ on the eve of that revolution, what was the society, what was the condition, what was the factor, what was the people, what was the status of that society, why the social cause was held responsible for the outbreak of that revolution. সেই তৎকালীন সময়ে ফ্রান্স সমগ্র সমাজর অবস্থাটা কোন ଥିଲା এইপরি ଥିଲା যেদিকে the entire the France society was divided into two groups, that was haves and have-nots, that means rich and poor. সমগ্র ফ্রান্সর সমাজটা দুই গোটি ভাগে বিভক্ত হয়ে যাইଥିଲା। गोटे थिला धनिक श्रेणीर आ गोटे थिला गरीब श्रेणीर। That was haves and have-nots, rich and poor. Again, that France society was divided into three states: first state, second state, and the third state. Whoever belongs to the first state and the second state and the third state, the nobles and the clergies, they were stand as the highest stages of the France society, the first group of the France society, the first state of the France society. Now, who were the clergies? Before we have discussed in detail about the three classes, then we have discussed one after another who were the clergies, who were the nobles, who were the common class people, who were the third state people. The first state people, they were belongs to the clergies. Who were the clergies? The clergies were the priest classes people. They were only pray to the church of your France. The 1/3 property of the France nation was under the control of the France priest, the France church. Now they were stand as the highest position of the France society. Then the second state people, the nobles, were belongs to the second state people of the France society. Who were the third state? The common class peoples. Now the third class people, the third state people, they were belongs to the common class people. That was the, no doubt, these common class people, they were more intellectual, they were more richest persons in the France society, but they never got any facility, any rights, any privileges in among the first and second state people of the France society. Now, we have already discussed about the position of the society. Now, entire the France society was divided into three states. Now, first of all, the society was divided into two groups. That was haves and have-nots, rich and poor. Again, it was divided into three states: first state, second state, and third state. Whoever belongs to the first state, the clergies were belongs to the first state. Then the nobles were belongs to the second state. And the third state, the entire common class people of the France society was belongs to the third state. And who were the again that common class people, the third state, then again it was divided into two parts. The common class people and the bourgeois classes people. Who were the bourgeois classes people? Now the bourgeois classes people, they were belongs to the third state people. More intellectual, more researched person than that of the first and second state people of the France society. But they had never got any facility, any privilege among the first and second state people of the France society. देखो बोर्जुआ श्रेणीर लोक माने बा तृतीय श्रेणीर लोक माने फ्रांस समाज रे प्रथम स्टेटर लोक मानक ठारू द्वितीय स्टेट लोक मानक ठारू से माने कोन करथिले कौन प्रकार सुविधा सुजोग पाउ नथिले समस्त प्रकार सुविधा सुजोग गुडी को कोमाने उपभोग करथिले ना प्रथम श्रेणीर लोक माने से माने किए थिले से माने थिले क्लेजिस आ द्वितीय श्रेणी लोक माने कोमाने थिले ना सम्भ्रांत श्रेणीर व्यक्ति माने थिले द्वितीय स्टेटर व्यक्तित्व माने समग्र फ्रांस समाजर समग्र फ्रांस देशर प्रत्येक सुविधा सुजोग गुड़िक से उपभोग करते ये समस्त सुविधा सुजोग उपभोग वंचित कौन होते थर्ड स्टेटर लोक मैंने वंचित होते तेणुक द रिजेंटमेंट व्हिच वाज राइज इन द माइंड्स ऑफ द फ्रांस पीपल द फ्रांस कॉमन क्लास पीपल दैट्स व्हाई इट वाज क्रिएटेड ए लाइन ए कैनाल ए रोड फॉर द आउटब्रेक ऑफ द रिवॉल्यूशन ऑफ 1789. It was the most and foremost resentment among the people of the France people. Now, this much today we have discussed in details about the introduction chapter. If there are any doubt, any clarification, you can ask me in our next chapter. Now, thank you. In our next chapter, we have go through about the causes of the France Revolution. What are the causes? The social causes, political causes, economic causes, and the intellectual causes. In our coming topic, next topic, we have discussed in detail about the causes of the France Revolution. This much. Thank you. You can ask any question, any doubt, any clarification in whenever we have go through the next topic. Thank you. If there are any doubt, any clarification, you can ask me in our comment section, and please you watch my YouTube channel for your better understanding, for your better questioning, for your better clarification. Thanks to all. You can subscribe my YouTube channel.